Hello, I'm Emma Hammett, the founder and CEO of First Aid for Life and onlinefirstaid.com and the author of Burns, Falls and Emergency Calls. Today I'm going to talk to you about febrile convulsions because they are remarkably common and they're incredibly scary. Fortunately, they very rarely cause any long-term complications or problems. So what is a febrile convulsion? A convulsion or a seizure or a fit is when something disturbs the brain and causes someone to appear to have some form of a seizure, fit or convulsion, as I say. And a febrile convulsion it's caused particularly in young children when the temperature is rising. So they are unwell. It's not unless it's a scorching hot day. They are unwell and their inner temperature is going up, and that can trigger them to have a seizure. And it is incredibly frightening. Now, with any of us, if our temperatures go up and they go up high enough, we are likely to have a seizure as well. So it's just at the point for very young people or for young children that the level tends to be much lower. So it may be that, a much lower temperature, and it's that rise of temperature is what they think triggers it. They don't know absolutely, but that's what they think triggers it. And it causes them to have a seizure, fit, convulsion, whatever you want to call it. There are very slight differences, but for the purpose of this, we will just refer to it as a seizure, a fit, or a convulsion. So what can happen is they can go completely rigid or go sort of blank or whatever, or more commonly, they have a sort of thick, they can have a frightening fit where they are convulsing on the floor or wherever they are having their seizure. The key thing is to move things away from them, make sure that they are safe. Obviously, it's incredibly frightening if they are in the bath or something. You then need to get them out very quickly and carefully and get them somewhere where it is safe for them to have their seizure, be observed, and just be kept safe. If you can get something to cushion their head, don't restrain them, just let them have their seizure. And time it. So have a look at your watch and time it. The reason you're timing a seizure is that while someone is having a convulsion or a seizure or a fit, they're not as good at utilising the oxygen in their body. So if that seizure goes on for more than 5 minutes, their brain can start being deprived of oxygen, which is obviously something you want to avoid. So if that seizure is going on longer than 5 minutes, you should be phoning an ambulance and making sure that they know that this seizure has been going on for more than 5 minutes. You're going to want to phone an ambulance earlier than that, and that's absolutely fine. Although there is nothing really that a paramedic can do that you can't do at home, providing that seizure stops within 5 minutes. So the best thing you can do is just keep calm, be reassuring to them, keep yourself calm because you will be petrified. 1 in 20 children under the age of 5 will have a seizure at some point. And once they've had one, the chances are that if their temperature goes up, that they have a predisposition that you now know about. That means that if they have another, their temperature goes up, they will have another seizure until they get to a point where they grow out of it. So febrile convulsions are common. They're caused by the temperature going up if they're ill. So if you know that your child is unwell and they have a predisposition to having seizures, if they are unwell and their temperature is going up, if they're feeling unwell and have signs and symptoms, then paracetamol or paediatric paracetamol, Calpol, or paediatric ibuprofen is very good at making them feel better if they're feeling ill. It's also very good at bringing down their temperature. Previously, we used to pop it into them in order to bring their temperature down. The advice is now you only give it to them if they have signs and symptoms that it will make them feel better as well. Okay? As a mum and as a nurse, I would always get a tepid sponge or flannel, and I would very gently tell them what you're doing, and without distressing them or overcooling them, I would put that just gently over their forehead, a little bit around their neck and on their wrists. Tepid sponging has been ousted because a lot of people were doing that too aggressively and children were getting distressed by it. I think, and certainly in my experience, that providing you are very calm about what you're doing, that actually it can be very soothing and very reassuring, and it does help bring the temperature down. So the important thing is don't distress them and don't overcool them. You can open a window slightly, but you just don't want an ice cold draft coming on a child that is unwell. So you're just doing these things, or you're taking off any excess clothing. So if they are wearing a coat, basically what you don't want to do is to have them wrapped up too tight to sweat out a fever, as people used to do. That's not good for them. So if their temperature is going up, do nice, calm, gentle things to bring that temperature down. And it may well be, if you can bring that temperature down, that you can reduce their chances of having a seizure, which is obviously much better for everybody. So key things are reduce their temperature if you can, but don't distress the child or overcool the child. If they do have a seizure, stay as calm as you can, keep the child as calm as you can, protect their dignity, make sure that they are safe. So cushion the head, don't restrain them, time the fit, and the seizure should finish within 3 minutes. It could be that whilst that seizure is happening, that they do go blue and they appear to stop breathing. If that is for less than a minute, then please keep yourself calm. It's part of the seizure. Again, if they don't start breathing again very quickly, then be ready in case you need to do CPR. It's highly, highly unlikely, but just be ready, and phone an ambulance. These are very common, they are very frightening. And as I said before, providing the fit or seizure finishes within 3 minutes and they make a full recovery, there is nothing more than the paramedics can do that you can do at home. However, if it is your child's first seizure, it is always advisable to get them checked out in hospital, and they can investigate and find out. You're assuming it's a febrile convulsion, and they will probably assume that as well, but they will run tests just to make absolutely sure. So febrile convulsions are very frightening. The children usually grow out of it. It's very rare to cause serious complications. I hope that's been helpful. There's more articles on my blog, on First Aid for Life, and onlinefirstaid.com. Thank you for listening.